What are you doing?
I'm making chocolate, of course. How do you like it? Dark, white, nutty, absolutely insane.
My name is Willy Wonka.
He's good. Too good.
It's gonna be the greatest chocolate shop the world has ever seen.
Hi everybody, my name is Sakshma Srivastav and I hope that all of you are happy and healthy. Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka, is all set to hit the theatres on 8th of December, and we're going to find out everything that went behind making this beautiful movie from the director Paul King himself. Hey, hi Paul.
Hello.
Hi, namaste.
Namaste. Lovely to meet you.
So good to see you. You know, your film is so tempting. I had like a whole bar of chocolate as soon as I walked out of the theater, and I was like, oh my God, look what you did.
I dread
so
to think of
worth
the calories that we are going to cause to be consumed worldwide. It's very dangerous.
But it's worth it. I found my love for chocolate again.
Oh,
now,
great.
I have to say, you made such an amazing film. I felt like Christmas came early. I was so happy.
Oh.
But I was just watching it. You've made it. What is your favorite and happiest memory from the sets?
Oh gosh, there are many of them. I think the happiest shooting day I had was probably the scene where Willy first comes to Scrub It and Bleacher and he meets Olivia Colman and Tom Davis, and because it was the first sort of big scene that we did where they could just all play together, and I love all three of their performances, and watching them bounce off each other was great. But the other highlight's got to be Timmy and the Oompa Loompa in the jar. That's probably my favourite scene in the movie. It was a bit more of a technical challenge because of all the sort of digital wizardry that needed to happen. But they're so funny together, and that's always lovely.
I will have you know that I am a perfectly respectable size. Allow me to refresh your memory.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
I loved Oompa Loompa. I think you like cast all the perfect people in their characters, which is like the mark of a great director. Now, in your words, I'm going to quote you, Willy Wonka is one of the greatest characters in children's literature. So the world has had two great actors who've done Willy Wonka before.
Absolutely.
And I want to ask you, what is your Wonka, Timothee, bringing to the table, which is the most refreshing part about this film?
Well, I think it's what's lovely is for me was our Wonka. This movie is set 25 years before the events of the Chocolate Factory, and so the Willy Wonka people know is the Wonka who's retreated behind the walls of this kind of extraordinary place and lives all alone just with the Oompa Loompas, and he's quite a strange, brittle figure. You know, he's a recluse, really. And but at the end of the story, you realise that what he's trying to do is this extraordinary act of generosity to give away his life's work to a kind of child, a deserving child, which is an amazingly warm and wonderful thing to do. And so I felt that at the heart of Willy Wonka, there is this warm generosity surrounded by this quite sort of brittle, chocolatey exterior. And so what we see 25 years before that in our Wonka is the kind of kind, generous, open-hearted, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed character coming into the world for the first time, and he assumes everything's going to be plain sailing, but of course he discovers the world is a little bit more spiky and difficult than he imagined, and we see him just begin to kind of develop this tough exterior.
I know what you're saying. This Wonka is not as crazy, to say, than the previous ones. I want to ask you, what made him so crazy? Like, I'm sure the character goes through something and he becomes a little bit cautious towards the outer world, that he shuts himself completely. What do you think that is about Wonka?
Right, well, in the book, there's this sort of suggestion that it comes from, he closes the factory because of all the spies that Slugworth and Ficklegruber and Prodnose are kind of sending into his factory. And I think he feels that his creativity's being stolen and that he can't trust people, and he sort of becomes very wary of all people. And obviously that's a great tragedy in the book, that he's beginning to open himself back up to the world. But I was really interested in the idea of a character who is trusting and open to begin with, and then discovers that he's not met by the kindness that he offers the world, that it's the world of tough world of big business where these guys will do anything to succeed and make sure he fails.
Bad for him because he's way too innocent compared to the people who have his eyes on
Yeah,
him.
he's in a lot of
I
trouble.
have to say, it's an amazing film. I loved it. I hope everybody who goes to the theaters to watch it enjoys as much much as I enjoyed watching it. So
thank
all the
you.
very best to you, to the entire cast and crew, and hopefully I'll see you in India sometime.
I would love that very much. And thank you for your kind words. That means a great deal.
Perfect. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Namaste. Thank you.
Well, that was Paul King, director of Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka. The movie releases on the 8th of December, so make sure to watch it in the theaters. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you.